Hi Lyme Beauties, it's Jen. I'm back. It is 2 days after Christmas 2020 and I'm so excited because this year, this time, it feels right to be on social media, talking about what's going on in my life where Lyme disease is concerned, but also with the fun stuff, talking about beauty, talking about the things I love to do, like hypnosis, alternative therapy. Now that is predominantly on my other channel, which I'm building. If you follow me here, please follow me there at Hip Miracles. So HYP Miracles. So you can follow me on Instagram at Lyme Beauty and at Hip Miracles. You can also follow me on both places here on YouTube, where there will be some crossover, but predominantly the other channel is about wellness when it comes to the mind and alternative therapy. Before we get started here today, I do want to show you my super cute outfit. This is Pretty Little Thing. Love it. It's a catsuit bodysuit that I'm wearing with my brand new Manitoba mucklucks. Absolutely the most comfortable boots I've ever had. Let me show these to you again. So these are, can you see them there? Little Dingle Malls. Yep, Manitoba mucklucks. I chose these over Uggs. They were 50% off. I encourage you to check out Manitoba mucklucks, which are actually made out of Canada, but are made by the Aboriginal community. So you're really supporting a really powerful cause, and they are made with a lot of love, a lot of respect, a lot of honor. I chose to get the waterproof ones with the Vibram sole. So super just gonna last me forever type of thing. And so I also will encourage you, if you have not checked out Pretty Little Thing, I encourage you to check out their website. So much fun stuff for really good prices. So check that out. So I'm here because I just wanted to pop in and do a quick little update on the Lyme disease. So it's been such a long time since I posted. I don't know exactly where I left off. So let's just start here. Last year, I did SOT, or support oligonucleotide treatment. And while I did have some changes in my numbers, I still tested positive for Lyme after that treatment. So for those of you who don't know about that treatment, it is said to be the only thing as close to a cure as is possible or available to us. The problem is that the treatment needs to be done multiple times for some people, like me, who's probably had Lyme disease for over 10 years. So it was a $4,000 treatment. I do plan on doing it again. I'm just not doing it right now because I found something else and because I did something else. And then I did something else too. So let me explain. So what I did was I also did exosomes. So about a year and a half ago, you might know that I did stem cells with exosomes. I was doing every IV treatment available to me, including but not limited to ozone, IV ozone therapy, peptides, which I still do peptides, but we'll get to that in deeper context another time. So what I found was that stem cells really bothered me. They made me, I had like an allergic reaction to it, basically, is what it felt like. I was itchy, I swelled up, I didn't feel good. I feel like it made me look good, but I didn't feel good. So I ended up doing some more research into exosomes. So the lighting's getting really weird as the sun is setting. My eyelashes. So the exosomes, little vesicles that come from stem cells. I have found that a treatment of exosomes lasts me for 3 months, and I feel better during that 3-month period than before without the exosomes. No allergic reaction, and it is a fraction of the cost. So the stem cell whole treatment was about $10,000, and that was actually a good deal. Look around and you'll see that it's often double that price. So this exosome, which doesn't even have to be done by IV anymore where I go, but it can be. Now I get it as a shot right in the bum, and we're looking at a couple of $1,000s as compared to 10. That made all of the difference in the world. And no, it's not a cure. It's all just about feeling better. And so if you don't care about feeling better at all and you want to jump in, then I recommend jumping in with the SOT and just keep on doing that till you get rid of the Lyme. But if you have to work, if you have to take care of things and herxing really hard or waiting a really long time while feeling extremely sick isn't an option for you, then maybe check out the exosomes. That may be something good for you. So I did the exosomes, felt better than I had in such a long time. It could almost make me cry, just even thinking about that. And I continued on with the peptides. So I use peptides every day, injectable peptide treatment. Probably one of the best things I've ever done for myself. During that time, I decided that it was time to freeze my eggs. So, freeze my eggs is exactly what I did. So what I did was I found a doctor in my area who does this. The actual procedure was actually out of town, but nonetheless, he has an office where I live as well. And so what I did was I did what they call a round of IVF. Essentially, I just took hormones to make myself ovulate and to be like super, super fertile so we could get as many eggs as possible. And guess what? Got almost 30 eggs in one round of IVF. And I have to say that I feel that much of that has to do with the fact that I've been really working to take care of my body. Also, I believe much of that has to do with the fact that I created a series of IVF and fertility hypnotherapy recordings that I used for myself, right? So I recorded myself and I utilized the series of fertility hypnosis, and I had such a successful treatment. Now, afterwards, it was a little bit tough. I had some hyper-ovarian stimulation stuff going on, so I wasn't feeling too good for, I want to say, about a month afterward. I had to have a second procedure to actually drain fluid from my abdomen. None of that was fun. But the fun part is knowing that I've got almost 30 eggs on ice and I have lots of options. I am really excited about being able to share what I do with those eggs with you over the course of the next, I don't know how long. Right now, I am considering using a surrogate. So I'm excited about what that's going to bring in the future, but we're not there yet. We'll get there at some point. Today is really just a catch up on what's been going on. And so that's kind of what's been going on. But those are some of the things that have been going on where health is concerned. Now, I will tell you that with the exosomes, with the peptides and everything that I've done, I still know I have Lyme disease, if that makes sense. I'm not, magically this person who never feels any of the symptoms anymore. But I do feel better now than I've felt in years. And knowing that my next step is to do a second SOT. My next step is to really dig in deeper and get rid of this disease, make it so that I don't even have to know that I ever had it, that I never have to feel it. That is the next step. There's a lot of next steps coming, and I think 2021 holds a lot of amazing next steps for all of us. And I'm looking forward to actually getting a chance to connect and share those next steps with you, know about your next steps. What are you doing right now? And how can we join together and create this community for people with Lyme disease? And not just Lyme disease, but people with chronic illness. There's something special that we share that other people may not even be able to understand. They've never felt what we feel. They've never gone through what we've gone through, but we get it. We know. And because of that, we can be the source of help and strength to each other in a way that people in our day-to-day lives, our friends and our family, may not be able to. And now with everything going on in the world and the sheltering in place, the pandemic, and my heart goes out to anyone and everyone who has had a direct or indirect touch with the virus. Because as someone with a chronic illness, as somebody who has lived with and lives with Lyme disease, in a sense, we can sort of relate. It's not the same. We can't relate in that way, but just understanding how something can take you off guard, knock you off your feet, and try to take over your life. So huge, just peace and love going out to anyone and everyone who had any kind of a direct or indirect touch with the virus. But during this time, it's even more important for us to join together, to be together, and to try to do fun things together, tell each other what we are doing in the way of being better, natural things, doctorate things, alternative therapy things, fashion things, all of that fun stuff. So if you're into anything like beauty, chronic illness treatments, Lyme disease, just kind of having fun, doing things like looking at cute little onesies from Pretty Little Thing. If you're into any of this kind of stuff, stick around, because we're going to do this, and I'm going to do my best to bring life to both of these channels, and I'd love it if you would join me. I'd love it if you would join me on this journey, and let's just see where this goes. Let's have some fun with it. I just ordered a bunch of stuff from Vienna Care, so we'll see. I'm not sure whether or not I'll be able to utilize any of that or use any of that on camera, but just some fun stuff. So let's see where things may go. The biggest thing that I've found is this: listening to what other people are doing so that you can dig in deeper to get more knowledge, find out what might be right for you. I know that I wouldn't be sitting here today if it hadn't been for this amazing woman on Instagram who posted a little bit about her journey. And because she did that, I was able to start my own journey with stem cells, exosomes, alternative treatments. And some of this stuff has helped and some of it didn't. But because some of it helped, I'm sitting here feeling so much better than I did a year and a half ago. And so I hope that someone can get something out of this as we move through on this journey. So a couple of things: being open-minded, knowing that just because someone says something is that way, just because a doctor said this, just because they say it can't be cured, I reject that. I keep an open mind and an open heart to what I intuitively know is right. Looking at things like, when it comes to fertility, looking at things like chronological age, I reject all of that. Age is literally a number that we give ourselves, or a number that we don't choose to give ourselves. Always keeping that open mind, letting in that which you know serves you, and pushing away from you those things that you know do not serve you. And so I hope you'll join me on this fun journey. I'm super excited about this. I'm really committed. I don't know how often I'm going to post yet, but I will get there. I'm kind of just taking this one step at a time. So I am now going to go record for my hypnotherapy channel. So much fun stuff coming on there. I'm going to talk over the course of the next month about power trio hypnotherapy, hardcore hypnosis, talk about something I call diamond magic. These are all things that I've developed over the years. So it's going to be a lot of fun there. Again, there would be some crossover, but ultimately they have a bit of a different heart, each of these channels. So if you're watching and you want to join me on this journey, then please do subscribe and like. And if you want to, and you want to know more about the other stuff, the hypnotherapy, alternative therapy side of things, then please do join me there at Hip Miracles. And you can find me in with both of those accounts, also on Instagram at Lyme Beauty Official and at Hip Miracles, HYP Miracles. I'm super excited, and so much love to y'all, and to you and you and you and you and you who found this video. Lyme Beauties, rejecting that which we don't need, and drawing into our lives what we do need. Cute little outfits like this. I mean, I just can't. It's just too cute. Pretty little thing. Thank you for making the funnest clothing. And Manitoba Mucklucks, thank you for making the cutest little waterproof winter boots. All right, we'll see you soon.